the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll be watching the Minnesota Timberwolves playing against the Warriors in Oakland. Well, for Golden State, it's easy to make a case for them as the league's best team so far this season. All you have to do is look at their record, a perfect 9-0. And tonight, we'll see one of the quickest guards in the league, Jeff Teague. Kenny, what makes him so tough to defend?
He's elusive. You know, he can shoot the three, can get into the lane, create stuff. Handle is underrated. Stop on a dime shot. Shaq, I like him.
You know, has quick hands on the defensive end as well. He comes up with a lot of skills.
Or steals, too.
I said steals.
Oh, I thought you said skills.
Skills, too.
No, steals.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, then you're right.
Yeah, he's top 10 in the league in skills.
All right, you called me. I had a muffin in my mouth.
Okay.
And with the game about to tip off, let's get you out to Kevin Harlan and the crew.
Everyone's in their seats here at the Oracle Arena as the Golden State Warriors look to grab a win in front of the home crowd here. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. Last outing for Minnesota, they won that game against the Jazz. It was just a textbook performance. That game was all theirs. Once they got it going, it was full speed ahead.
And just looking at the stats, you can see, man, they were efficient on this night.
Yeah, the defense did nothing disruptive in the game, so good patience. It led to good shot selection, and then look at the excellent shooting percentage from the field.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Well, Steph Curry is the two-time league MVP, and Steve Kerr says he's maybe the most impactful offensive player ever. He puts fear into defenses like no one I've ever seen. No one's been able to shoot off the dribble from 35 feet. It changes the entire game. Kevin?
A game changer indeed. DA, thank you. And a long way to go, Brent, but there are some early signs of a legitimate playoff contender, championship contender.
When we talk about that, Kevin, you and I always are leery of the fact of how many of these guys have had the experience of being scarred up in the early rounds of the playoffs, having to advance or beat a team that's proven before. Right now, there are some teams out there that are raising our eyebrows where we think they're going to have an opportunity. If they keep growing like this and they keep finding this type of consistency, they could be dangerous.
You'd like to think they're going to use those scars, as you say, from the past and motivate them even more.
Well, those are the teams who we believe can always take the next step.
Sure.
It's the young teams that are unproven, even though they're playing well, where we sometimes wonder, will they be able to maintain this kind of focus come playoff time?
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So on the floor for Minnesota, Gibson plays the 4 with Towns in the middle. Teague runs the point with Butler at his side. They're the backcourt. And it's Wiggins in at the 3.
And that's a quick foul for him there. It looks like the refs are going to call this one pretty close.
Green kicks to Thompson. Clock at 6. Over Butler. That one wide left. Minnesota with the ball. Wiggins outside. Over Durant. And it's Wiggins missing. Cousins against Towns. Curry finds Durant, takes a 3. And the Warriors get it back. And Cousins throws it down.
Brute strength right there as he gets to the inside and scores.
Teague the pass to Towns. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
And usually that mid-range jumper finds the bottom of the net. The defense has to be more aggressive moving forward.
Minnesota with the ball. Wiggins outside. Trying to get open is Gibson. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Thompson outside. Passes it to Durant. Over Wiggins. Here's Thompson. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
And Clay with a good nose for the ball there. Sneaks in and does a little dirty work on the inside.
Curry against Teague. Right side Towns. Good work there as it goes. Towns has got his first 2 points of the night.
And at his height, you have to like what he gives you as a shooter.
Well, when he squares up from the medium range, there's little things you could do to stop him.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And Teague, here we go. And the rejection by Cousins. Curry looking it over. Thompson from long range does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Wiggins outside. Over Durant. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Minnesota shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
Well, the success of the Warriors is truly built around their culture and their chemistry, and it really starts with Steph Curry. Even though a lot of people argue about Kevin Durant being their best player, their most important player has been Steph. Just a great, joyful approach to the game, and it rubs off on the entire organization.
And that blend of joyfulness and competitive spirit, something that Steph Curry and his coach, Steve Kerr, Brent, they share that in common.
Yeah, think about just how humble they are, how gracious they are, how much they're willing to take the time on a daily basis to do things for others, not just themselves. So you have the Warriors with some key values in place that they don't stray from all that often.
And it's Towns on the follow.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That is his first foul of the game. First personal foul, 10 seconds. Down low. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Superb job by Clay to draw the contact for the and-one opportunity. Great focus on the play.
Yeah, Klay Thompson, such a perfect fit on the Warriors. A versatile defender, can score playing off the ball, and just plays the game the right way.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Rose is checked in.
One shot.
That free throw good from Thompson. And is there any doubt Klay Thompson could go to another team and average 30 points a game as the main offensive weapon?
Yeah, but he's not an attention seeker, and that's just not his personality. He knows it's more fun to play for a winner.
Towns with the bucket. Warriors trail by 3. Curry kicks to Thompson. Curry against Rose. The pass to Cousins. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Cousins has got his second basket of the night.
That's a high percentage shot there, especially for Cousins. Just a nice touch inside.
Towns finds Wiggins. Back to Towns. Shoots over Cousins. That one doesn't drop. The Warriors go the other way with it. Kept alive. Out to Thompson from downtown. That's miss number 3 for him. Now 2 for 5 from the floor. Teague left side. Pass to Wiggins. Now here's Towns. Shot clock at 6. Rose looking around. No good there off the double clutch. The Warriors trail. Thompson for 3. That's his 4th miss from the floor. He's made 2 of his shots. Towns down low. Cousins is there. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
He's been on his A game, sinking good shots, and he's a huge reason why tonight they're winning.
Now here's Durant. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Kicks it to Green. Pass to Curry. Golden State moving it around. Here's Cousins. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Gotta make those shots. Not sure how he missed it. Defense was just okay.
And the shot is good. 6 points for Andrew Wiggins.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Curry dishes to Durant. Towns with the defensive effort.
Yeah, just misjudged the layup. Defense has to be better. Very fortunate there.
And the dunk by Towns.
And right now, the game plan seems to be working.
It looks like this team has finally gotten into the club and found its rhythm, trying their best to pull away.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Getting open in the NBA, not an easy task, and there are a lot of players that are so good moving off the ball.
I think the first couple guys that come to mind are J.J. Redick and Kyle Korver. Old school style in which they operate like a Rip Hamilton. And if you go back, Mitch Richmond, where they're using a multitude of screens, seemingly never stopping during an offensive possession and causing some kind of confusion. So J.J. and Kyle Korver are still doing exemplary jobs of off-ball movement.
Jang, he's checked in for Taj Gibson.
It took him a while, but he finally gets one to fall.
Teague against Thompson. And Thompson sends it back.
Well, Clay is a very good positional and on-ball defender, but him getting to a block shot like that, that's impressive.
Here's Wiggins. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Wiggins has got 8.
And this quarter has been all about him. You feel every shot he's going to take is going in.
Green deciding where to go with it. Here's Durant. The jumper from the free throw line is good. Durant's got his second basket of the night.
Well, Kevin Durant over the past couple seasons has been in the top 5 as the best mid-range shooters in the league.
Wiggins against Durant. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Wiggins missing.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And that one's good. Durant.
Well, the ball hitting his hands and then the ball hitting the back of the net as KD throws another one in.
Rose kicks to Towns. And there's the call on Curry. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Golden State. Bell is checked in for Green. Iguodala comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Minnesota. Dang comes in for Teague. Jang the pass to Dang. Over Bell. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And so Cousins will bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. trailing by 2. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And you know, when everyone's working together, taking care of their roles, it just makes the game easier.
Well, they not only had the right strategy, but they were very exact in their execution. And when the coaches call in the right plays, everything just looks seamless.
And with the lift that Rose gets from his legs, he's able to put such a soft touch on those floaters. That's a great shot for him.
Now here's Iguodala. At the elbow, it's Cousins. Over Jang. It's hauled in by Luol Deng.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
Outside Rose. They get it back. And finally they hit one. And the Timberwolves lead by 6.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Livingston kicks to Thompson. Back to Livingston. Five on the clock. The rebound by the Timberwolves. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one.
Yeah, and these teams pretty familiar with one another. They'll face off 4 times this year.
We'll get a great idea tonight of exactly how they match up in terms of strengths versus weaknesses. When it comes down to a 4-game season series, this first one is always a good indicator of what's to come.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Timberwolves leading by 4. Rose finds Wiggins. Outside Deng. Cousins against Jang. Jang looking it over. He's off from 17 feet.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Passes it to Cousins. Bounce pass from Iguodala. There's the pass to Cousins. Unable to get that one. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Here's Wiggins. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Livingston passes to Bell. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That's his first foul. Jerebko's checked in for the Warriors. And a change for the Timberwolves. Jones checked in for Derrick Rose. And stolen by Wiggins. On the wing, Deng. He's covered by Iguodala. Deng kicks to Jones. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
On the wing, Thompson. .40 seconds left here in the first quarter. And it's in there. Thompson's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And Clay just knows how to score. There are nights where they feature him, but a lot of times it's off the goodness of everybody else. Outside, inside, and against very good defense.
Here is Tolliver. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Wiggins. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Now here's Livingston, defended by Jones. Now here's Livingston. He kicks it to Thompson. Over Wiggins. Wiggins with some nice D. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We come back right after this. Steph Curry talks about the visual drills he does to help his playmaking as he's made the transition from a point guard at Davidson to a combo guard in the NBA.
It's a cognitive and neurological drill that helps you, one, takes your mind off the basketball, because when you're in a game, that should be the last thing you're thinking about. There's so many other variables out there that you have to kind of survey, where your defender is, where your teammates are, where you are in relation to the basket and your reaction. So those lights kind of train you in that regard. You have to, see what the color is, make a determination of what move that corresponds to, execute the move, and then finish the jumper.
The improvement he's made, Greg, in his ball handling has really unlocked his game.
I mean, able to keep his head up as he attacks off the dribble, read the defense, and drills like that can only help.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we're watching with the Timberwolves, guys.
A huge fan of how they have rotated here defensively, been able to challenge multiple shots.
And if you're rotating like that, it's got to be a great line of communication between all 5 guys. You see that reflected on the scores, all that trust showing up with the lead.
Thompson and Iguodala make up the perimeter. Jonas Jerebko out there with Bell, and it's Livingston in at the 1 spot. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Klay Thompson came into this NBA with a well-earned reputation as a shooter, Brent, but did you ever think he'd become such a potent defender?
Well, I think it's something that he's worked very hard on, and his ability to cross-match. In the early part of his career, Klay Thompson had to take the better scoring of the guards on those nights. It's shifted back, and Klay Thompson is a more well-rounded understanding not only of what he can do defensively, but more of what the opponents that he faces on a nightly basis are trying to do against him.
And here's Jones after the three-pointer from Klay Thompson. Jones drives in. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
A moment here to see the stats for Butler. Coming off a terrific season, 4th in steals, and he ranked in the top 15 in points per game, one of the league's premier offensive threats.
And as you pointed out, he was top 5 in steals last season, just a lethal combination of great physical ability and acute mental preparation. And the first one drops. Brent, the league playing at a faster pace overall now. Will there ever come a time when every team will play with that same speed?
No, because one team will always be faster than the next. So it's never going to be exacting for every ball club. And as you and I have talked several times, Kevin, you got to play to your strengths. And even though teams are finding more positionless basketball players, some of these guys have attributes to their game where you want to get them in certain positions. That takes time.
It's all about personnel.
It's all about your personnel. And again, putting those guys in the proper place where they can succeed more often.
Now, here's Thompson. He had 34 points in the win against New Orleans.
You can't forget about all those well-timed swipes either. His timing on the defensive end was simply sublime.
Here's Jones after the made shot from Klay Thompson. Then kicks to Butler. Over Thompson. It's Butler that time on the assist by Dang. 6 points for Jimmy Butler.
Very steady in-between game there for Butler. You don't want to let him get too many of those.
And the foul called on Tyus Jones. That is his first foul of the game. The Warriors making a switch here. Curry's checked in. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for the Timberwolves. Iguodala kicks to Jerebko. Golden State moving it around. In the corner, Iguodala with it. 6 on the shot clock. On its way from Curry for 2. Good. He hits the jump shot. Curry's got his first points of the game.
This guy is so tough to guard. He feels like he could take any challenge that the defense is going to throw at him.
Here's Gibson. Rebounded by Bell.
Well, he wanted to keep that shot from getting blocked, but in the process, he gave it no chance of going in because of how unbalanced he was on the fade.
Now, here's Curry. A 26-point game for him in the win against New Orleans.
Every coach should show players game tape of how he just boxed out right there. Great job with the footwork and using his body to step to the rebound.
Butler.
tell you what, Butler is a physical dunker. I mean, he takes his craft seriously. I just love watching this guy take off.
And Jimmy Butler's a very physical wing, as we know, Greg. Goes about 6'8", 240, and he can D-up almost any position.
And the strength to deal with forwards, the quickness to cover guards. Also, he uses that strength to attack the rim and get himself to the line.
That free throw good from Butler.
And just no question that Butler is a bona fide star. I mean, a tough, rugged defender who's also a juggernaut on offense.
Timeout called the Warriors.
And Jimmy Butler, you know, something of a quirky character. Has a ritual whenever he's at a grocery store of paying the person's bill behind him. Doesn't care if it's 99 cents or 2,000.
And to look now at the four areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for the Timberwolves.
And they're among the top-ranked teams in the conference, in large part because of how well-rounded they are at the offensive end. In terms of their shot distribution, their points are coming from just about everywhere. And that's a key component for any elite offense.
And Butler never afraid to be a little bit different, listening to country music in the locker room, much to his teammates' chagrin.
And in the offseason, riding around in a van with a baby on board sticker, even though he's single with no kids. Remove the rearview mirror as a symbolic reminder to never look back. This guy's special.
Here's Teague, the Warriors making the shot. To the inside, and that one's good. Towns has got the lead up to 14 now for the Timberwolves. Curry finds Livingston. Knocks it loose. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Knocked away. And the Timberwolves with possession here. Outside, Towns. Butler passes to Towns. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. And it goes on Draymond Green.
And already a leader at such a young age, Towns' teammates look to him to anchor them on both ends, and he has not disappointed.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
The free throw drops for Towns.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Warriors trail by 16. Curry kicks to Green, puts up a three, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 3 assists now in this one. Pass to Towns. It's stolen by Green. Outside Durant, goes up from the top of the key, and Karl-Anthony Towns pulls it down. Towns has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Got a piece of it. Baseline try. Butler. Towns trying to get open. Shots good by Butler. Butler's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
You know, the way Butler handles himself in the paint, it really impressive. Just kind of out-muscles and outworks anything the defense throws at him.
Now, here's Jerebko. Here's Durant. Count the basket. Durant's got 9 points.
No defender is going to have a shot against that kind of play. He's just too tall to stop that close to the rim.
To the middle. Outside Curry. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Livingston finds Curry. Misses from short range.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Right side Teague. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And you look at Jeff Teague, now with a decade in the league out of Wake Forest. Greg, what does he bring to the table aside from the fact that he's been in the playoffs every single year of his career?
Yeah, I mean, he's an explosive slasher and really has grown as a playmaker. Not a star, but a quality starting point guard.
Two.
He's off on the first.
And Teague can be a knockdown shooter, especially from the free throw line.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Urebko. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Rose is checked in. And he sinks the second. Timeout called the Warriors. Karl Anthony Towns with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And he's just attacking the rim with force here. They need to try and deny him the ball in the paint to keep him away from the basket. So a moment now to see the story on Jeff Teague. Last year, getting it done. Averaged about 14 points, 7 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
I think you look across the board right now, and he's just doing a much better job. The numbers bear that out.
Now, here's Livingston. Here's Curry. Clock at 6. And he makes that one.
How about the focus? Steph going on the inside, has great numbers as a finisher.
Well, Steph Curry, widely regarded as the best shooter in the history of the game. He's been so successful playing point guard in the NBA at times, I think we forget that he transitioned from playing shooting guard in his younger days.
One shot.
You know, Greg, a lot of players can't make that switch from shooting guard to point guard. You've got to give Steph a lot of credit.
He's worked tirelessly. I mean, we've all seen those pregame ball handling drills. He's still prone to a careless turnover or two, but on the plus side, he rebounds like a shooting guard. And today's point guards are expected to score much more than in days past.
The Timberwolves have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9.
Taking 2 shots.
The first one falls.
Well, it's interesting to watch him because he's putting his body on the line to get to the line. We didn't see this during the first quarter, but he's making up for it here.
And Towns drops them both. Warriors trail by 13. Livingston with it. The dish to Durant. Pass to Green. And Cousins kicks to Durant. Passes it to Livingston. Cousins on the follow. Cousins has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And Derrick Rose certainly equipped athletically to punish teams in the paint.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Wiggins is checked in for Jeff Teague.
One shot. One shot.
Free throw drops for Rose.
And you gotta love watching Rose play the game. His intense style can be infectious out there, and I think it really does elevate his teammates.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
The second person, 13.
You know, as dominant as DeMarcus Cousins is, he has a tendency to get in his own way and take himself out of games.
Well, we talk so often about other players in the league taking the offseason to improve some of their weaknesses within their game. I feel like DeMarcus Cousins in the last 3 years has matured immensely and has been much more in control of his emotions and his approach and maybe finding a new home. There have been some strides in DeMarcus Cousins and his demeanor that I think he should be very proud of.
And that one falls for Cousins.
Cousins not a great foul shooter coming out of college, but with how many times he gets hacked and goes to the free throw line, he's become more and more consistent there.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
One shot. One shot.
The free throw drops for Towns. Warriors trail by 14. Curry kicks to Green. Back to Curry. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
Well, Steph Curry's quick release makes his three-point shot almost impossible, and then you add the fact that Steph can do it off the dribble. So anytime he gets somebody shifting their back foot and they're trying to recover, by the time they're halfway there, the ball's already off and on its way. So one of the quickest, one of the more devastating shots in all of basketball.
Two shots.
The first free throw is good. And Curry said in his training he speeds up his release to the point where it's uncomfortable. So in the game, for him, everything slows down.
Yeah, if you look at the numbers, Kevin, his closely guarded three-pointers are just as accurate as when he's got a wide-open three-pointer. No defender within 4 to 6 feet. He's knocking down the same kind of percentage. So the fact that Steph has the ability and knows to practice those sort of things speaks to just how much he's invested in the shooting craft.
Shots good from Butler.
And maybe a little disengaged in the first quarter. Ball didn't come his way. He's really provided some scoring in the second quarter of action.
Now here's Green. 17 points for him last game against New Orleans.
You can't forget about all those well-timed swipes either. His timing on the defensive end was simply sublime.
The Warriors shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And take a look back at last season and what a season it was for them from the free throw line. 82% as a group.
At the line for two.
Two shots.
First free throw is good.
It's pretty amazing Steph's road to becoming the man for this team. I mean, he recognizes in games when he should push the action and when he should pull back, and just constantly plays unselfish basketball to elevate his team's success.
And the Warriors making a change here. Thompson's checked in, and a change for the Timberwolves. Zhang's checked in.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Rose kicks to Towns. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And it'll be his 4th time going to the free throw line in the game.
And it's a super first half for him at the free throw line.
Carl Anthony Towns. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Good on both. The Warriors' Steve Kerr, the fastest coach in major American sports history to 250 wins. Brent, he gave all the credit to his players. But you talk about what makes him special.
Well, I think Steve just really timed it right in terms of when it was he was going to approach the next phase of his life, waiting for his children to be in a good place, waiting for him mentally to be in a spot where he was going to take over a talented team and put his imprint on it. His experience in Phoenix in the front office, teaching him about what it takes to move players around and make trades. Just a proper approach and the proper timing for Steve to take over a basketball club, and then to bring all of what he learned from Greg Popovich and Phil Jackson to the table, along with a lot of his own. And I think Steve thought long and hard and prepared himself on a lot of levels about what the job was going to be for him. We've seen that play out rather nicely in the last few years.
And so Thompson nails both of them. Well, there's a lot of talk, too, Brent, about the age requirement for entering the draft. And Commissioner Silver has said it's a clear change that's probably on the way. What do you think the league should do?
Can you and I talk about a guy that you know quite well who in 1995 came out as the
17-year-old, I know
in
it.
the NBA draft? Kevin Garnett came into the league and handled himself extremely well. Now, for every one of those stories, we know there were other ones where guys did not make much of their NBA careers.
But then here comes the G League.
The G League, to me, is the huge key.
That's the equalizer.
A lot
isn't
of these guys have a ripcord now for some of those things that transpired over the course of the last 30 years, where they can have a softer landing point to continue to develop, to continue to mature, and have an opportunity to make something of their NBA career.
Excellent explanation.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Rose against Curry. Wiggins outside. 5 on the clock. Shot from the top of the key. No good, off the back of the rim. Warriors trail by 12. Here's Durant. From the top of the key, he buries it. Durant's got 4 points in the quarter.
And this is one of Kevin Durant's favorite moves, getting the defense back on its heels, then stop and pop.
Right wing, here's Towns. They grab their own miss. Nails the baby hook. And that's 15 points for Butler.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
On the wing, Thompson. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Thompson's got 16.
Well, tonight it's confident play from Klay Thompson, exceptional at staying assertive and looking for his opportunities to score.
Now here's Wiggins. 12 points for him. Here's Jang. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Jang's got his first bucket in this one. And the pass to Green. Here's Curry with the 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Jang's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Now here's Thompson following the miss by Derrick Rose. That one drops for him. He's got 5.
Draymond Green's not going to let anyone slow him down. Terrific at completing that chance.
Jang dishes to Rose. Shoots over Curry. Rose can't hit.
and still looking for his shot. Somehow they're winning. They'd like to get him going.
Here's Green. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Green's got 7 points for the quarter. And it's Rose with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. At one point, they led by 16. To the inside, and stolen by Cousins. Curry with a wide open look. That one doesn't go. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. They get to take on the Blazers at Portland after this one. And that game will be game 2 of 5 out on the road. Rose kicks to Zhang. Timberwolves passing it around. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And that was an Unleashed Chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. And the basket by Curry.
This is a guy whose mindset just never changes. Even when they're losing, he's always going to be aggressive.
Now Rose. He has 7. Kicks it to Towns. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Timberwolves lead by 9.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for Minnesota. They've leaned on him for offense, and he hasn't let them down. He's now up to 23 points today. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thank you. Andrew, the energy and effort were apparent throughout that first half. How were you able to do it?
We had a good practice, working hard, really putting things together. Keep doing it, we can come out with a W.
Hey, thanks for your time. We appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal at 2K Sports. Let's talk first half. What a start it was for Karl Anthony Towns. He had 23 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And Shaq, what do you think about what we saw from Minnesota?
You know what, Ernie? I got to stand up on this one. I salute to their bench. Man, once the starters came out, man, the others just came to life. You got to love seeing that kind of contribution come from the others. Man, they look beautiful tonight.
And over to Kenny, what did you think about Golden State?
Well, it's almost impossible to catch up if you keep fouling. They need to be the team getting to the foul line at a higher rate in the second half. That means driving to the basket, hitting the cutter, slicing to the basket. Anything going to the basket is your friend.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, one half to go. And what can you say? Towns, an impressive effort here.
Yeah, and through 2 quarters, he's been lights out. And you know he's going to look to add to those totals.
And defensively, hard to force him out of the rhythm at this point because he has a number of ways with which he can beat you.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. So on the floor for Minnesota, Gibson plays the 4 with Towns in the middle. Butler teams with Wiggins as the deadly wing duo. And it's Teague in at the point. And it's Cousins with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And there's the call on Curry. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Timberwolves with possession here. 9-point game. Shots good by Gibson.
Working on the inside, Taj Gibson goes to it. Tremendous at imposing his will down there.
And Greg, what's not to like about Taj Gibson?
I mean, he's a hard worker defensively, finishes well inside, he's got the mid-range shooting touch. But what I like most, really, his unselfishness. He started, came off the bench, no complaints. This is a guy that just wants to win.
Thompson against Butler. 6 on the shot clock. Fires, high post. Thompson misses.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Wiggins kicks to T. High, arcing shot.
Well, offensively, you better respect the reach of DeMarcus Cousins. Terrific at getting a hand on that one and swatting it away.
This one for 3. Kept alive. Durant. Wiggins with some nice D.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Outside Teague. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Well, point guards sometimes show their strength. Teague does their incredible job, gets the shot to go.
This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game.
Wound up shooting 85 from the line a season ago, which is an exceptional percentage.
Free throw good, Teague. Right around a minute and a half played here in the 3rd quarter. Thompson in the corner. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, they got to be more active on offense and maybe a little bit more aggressive going to the rim. 0 of 4, not impressive thus far.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
Jimmy Butler. His 4th, second team.
Into the 3rd we go. 2 minutes in now. Outside Curry. Over in the corner, Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 5th assist in this one.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the 3rd.
Curry against T. Here's Towns. Teague left side. Blanketed by the D. Fights to the rim for the layup. Teague's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
And Cousins kicks to Curry. From deep 3-point range. Rebound, Minnesota. Gibson's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Wiggins up top, defended by Durant. Outside Gibson. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Teague can't hit. Warriors trail by 13. The drive by Green. Great D that time from Gibson.
Well, important to get great balance if you get bumped on your way to the basket. Still something that every player tries to get comfortable with.
Now here's Teague. He has 6. He kicks to Wiggins. Clock at 6. Towns, the pass to Teague. From deep. And no good that time. Curry with the defensive effort. Curry on the wing. To the paint. And stolen by Wiggins. Left side Butler. And slam dunk by Butler.
And Butler knows how to take over games. Really good with his shot selection down the stretch.
Curry on the wing. And here is Cousins. He's got 9. Curry's shot is good. Curry's got 14 points.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota.
Yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity to kind of regroup and discuss ways to maximize these possessions.
And therein lies the trick, discussing ways to be aggressive but not committing turnovers.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Jerebko's checked in for Green, and it's Livingston in for Klay Thompson. And then for Minnesota, Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Towns. Dang comes in for Andrew Wiggins, and Tyus Jones subbed in for Jimmy Butler. Now here's Jones. Outside Dang. 5 to shoot. There's the triple. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Dang. And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up. On Monday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Memphis Grizzlies. And then on Thursday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And looking at that Nets matchup, on paper, you'd expect them to come away with the win, but this might be one of those trap games where they let it get away from them if they aren't focused.
A well-timed shot fake got the defender off the ground right there.
Another thing that puts Durant in elite company, maintaining his focus offensively at all time, hungry to score.
Down low, it's stolen by Livingston. Outside Curry. That drops and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Curry's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Warriors. And Teague's got the ball here for the Timberwolves. At one point, they led by 16. Dishes it to Dang. Pass to Tolliver. Timberwolves passing it around. Just 5 to shoot. And Steph Curry with the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for the Warriors. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Luol Deng. To the paint. It's stolen by Jerebko. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Butler. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Teague up top. Jones kicks to Tolliver. To the left side wing. Shot clock at 6. And stolen by Cousins. Curry against Jones. Here's Durant. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
Yeah, a big part of this run here has been their ability to score from mid-range.
Teague finds Jones. Here is Tolliver. And stolen by Cousins. The wide open look for Durant. Buries the long-range jumper. Now just a 4-point Timberwolves lead. Minnesota's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. And the Timberwolves call time here.
And, of course, we know about DeMarcus Cousins last season and the torn Achilles. I'm just glad to see him back out on the floor and fully recovered. He's put in a lot of work in terms of rehab to make sure that he could get back to doing what he does best.
And the Warriors making a change here. Bell's checked in. Jang, he's checked in for Minnesota. Teague, the pass to Jang. Back to Teague. They need this one. And he lays it up and in. Teague's got 7 now in this quarter. And with Cousins and that injury, never an easy one to come back from.
Yeah, it's true. But fortunately, Cousins has the kind of skill set that he's going to be effective no matter when he's on the floor. And great outside shot, the footwork, very smooth in terms of ball handling for that position. And most of the players who aren't the same after an Achilles tear don't have the same skill set that Cousins possesses. That's why I think he'll be fine once he recovers from this injury.
And so it's Minnesota with it. The Warriors making the shot. Three-pointer, Butler. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins. Cousins has got 7 rebounds in the game. Durant against Rose. Outside Butler. Pass to Jones. Just 5 on the clock. It's stolen by Bell. Curry way outside. Rebound Minnesota.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
And the call will go against Anthony Tolliver. That's his first foul. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. On offense, here are the Warriors. They're on a 16-6 run. Curry kicks to Cousins. Passes it to Bell. On the wing, Thompson. Bangs home the trifecta. Thompson's got 19 points.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
And no question, it looks like they've rented out room along the perimeter in this ball game, and they're likely to keep doing this until the defense makes an adjustment.
Now here's Butler. He's got 17. Comes up short with his 12th attempt. He has made 8 shots. Cousins dishes to Curry. And the rejection by Jang. And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. Curry on the wing. He's covered by Rose. And Cousins gets it to go.
It takes a lot more than that to stop DeMarcus Cousins. He is a huge presence, and he answers every defensive challenge they pose.
Now here's Rose. He has 7. Now here's Butler, and they double up Butler. Here's Tolliver, and he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Iguodala outside. Inside, here's Curry. Rebound by Jang.
Wonderful defense, staying active around the rim and then really putting the shooter in a tough spot.
And the basket by Jones.
And that was the play to make. Rose making the right read.
And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. They trail by 1. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game, and that'll be the middle game of their 5 and their longest homestand of the year. Thompson against Jones. Bucket is good. 21 points for Klay Thompson.
I like how Klay shook loose on that one, skilled at getting some room for himself to get up that shot.
Rose finds Jang. Down low, stolen by Thompson. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Curry against Jones. And the wide open shot from Rose. No good with the triple.
Man, that's a clean shot, too. You got to sink those. He must be disappointed that he blew that chance.
Cousins, no good.
Well, he usually knocks those shots down with ease. Defense got very fortunate there as they gave him way too much room to get that one off.
Butler's just so skilled at finding ways to score inside. He utilizes his height and strength well and varies that release point.
Now, here is Bell. At the top of the key, Cousins. That one falls. Coming off Iguodala's feet. Cousins has got 13.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Butler feeling it out a bit. Back to Jones. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The kick out to Rose. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
Yeah, when your shot's in the fridge like this, it's easy to lose your confidence, and that's why some of the most prolific scorers, they have short-term memories.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Back to Jang. Butler against Iguodala. And finished off by Jang.
How about the awareness there for Butler? The D goes to sleep, and Jimmy finds the wide open man.
Curry against Rose. Outside Curry. From deep. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Warriors ahead. They're up by 1. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. The Warriors leading. The tremendous pair of Curry and Clay in the backcourt. Iguodala and Green, the duo at forward. And it's Bell in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Rose kicks to Towns. Wiggins surveying the floor. Right block shot, and there's another one for the Timberwolves.
Well, you see the excellent skill set, and this is when you want to make an impact.
I feel like there's an uptick in the intensity as well. Fourth quarter, and it's closing time.
Now, here is Bell. Here's Iguodala. And it's Golden State with another.
Iguodala's shot selection pretty good right there. Good at taking the high percentage opportunities.
Timberwolves trail by 4. Outside Rose. On the wing, Wiggins. Off target from outside. The Warriors shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. The pass to Iguodala. Over Wiggins. And Iguodala gets it to go in on the assist by Green.
Well, Iguodala setting up, getting that good, strong base. He becomes a much better shooter when he does that.
Butler kicks to Wiggins. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, it's a bit of a lazy play right there. You're hoping that the guy misses the shot without really doing your job and challenging it.
Curry can't get it to go. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Gets it to fall, and now he's 10 of 15 on the game.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
And how about the court awareness there? Peripheral vision of Curry, strong feel for when guys are uncovered, finds the open man.
Now here's Rose. Outside Butler. To the middle. Here's Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Butler against Thompson. With the floater and the layup by Curry. Curry's got 5 points in the quarter.
I like to see it when Steph has the confidence to try the floater just over the top of the defense and that soft touch, and it goes.
And the Timberwolves call time here.
Well, they've been turning that ball over way too much, and they really need to address this if they want to win this game. Huddle up, boys.
Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Golden State. Minnesota also making some changes. Gibson comes in for Gorgie Dang, and it's Teague in for Rose. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, well, let's summarize what Tom Thibodeau went over with his guys during the break. He knows his team is struggling tonight from the three-point line, so he told them to go for more quality shots inside. We're shooting way too many threes, he said. No more Hail Marys. Let's get inside to the post. Back to you guys.
And he wasn't going to get away with that one. Still in motion when he set that screen.
Yeah, really trying to sell it out there, but the official just, he ain't buying.
Now here's Teague. He dishes it to Wiggins. Kicks it to Butler. To tie it up. Green with the block.
Oh, I like the extension there from Draymond Green, reaching out and timing that one.
For three, Durant. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, he just nailed his second three of the half, guys. I'd be very aware of that if I were the defense right now.
Now here's Towns. Back to Teague. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that's number 4. Definitely something to keep track of as we move forward.
Wiggins with it. Nails the wide open jump shot. Wiggins has got 4 points now in the quarter.
He has a very well-rounded offensive game. There's just no shortage of ways Wiggins has to punish an opponent, inside, outside, or otherwise.
Now here's Curry.
Shooting for Golden State, Steph Curry. At the line for 2.
That's good from Stephen Curry. And both free throws good for Curry.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Teague the pass to Wiggins. Down low. Here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Always tough to work the closer you get to the basket. Nice job of finding an angle on the pass there.
Warriors leading by 3. Outside Curry. He kicks it to Thompson. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Thompson's got 23 points.
And Clay can be a matchup problem at the 2-guard spot with that kind of size. He can score over the top of defenders on the interior.
Durant against Wiggins. Wiggins drawn the double team. Towns, no luck.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
You know, sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time, he chose wisely.
Here's Teague. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Teague finds Wiggins. Wiggins drawn the double team. Teague with a clean look. Off target from 3-point range. Pass to Green. Curry with it. Over Teague. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Green. Green's got 6 assists here tonight.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
It's stolen by Curry. for the finish. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
So many guards that have great handles on the offensive end have great hands on defense, too. That time, Steph Curry.
Inside, it's stolen by Bell. Curry kicks to Green. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Now that's a great move to get to the hoop. Awesome finger roll finish.
Curry against T. And the dunk by Towns.
That's the kind of work you want your point guard to do. Sensational ball movement by Jeff Teague there to set up his man.
And the Warriors making a change here. Cousins is checked in.
One shot, gentlemen.
The free throw drops for Towns. Here's Curry. Pulls up. He can't get it to go. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Back to Towns. And Towns throws it down.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Curry kicks to Green. On the wing, Thompson. Outside Curry. From deep three-point range. Rebound, Minnesota. Towns has got 9 rebounds now tonight. And stolen by Cousins. Right side, Green. Durant in the corner. From 11 feet away, Green inside the three-point line. Misses off the left iron.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
Butler kicks to Wiggins. Over Green. And it's Wiggins missing. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. They're leading by 8. Here's Green. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Teague against Curry. Here's Butler. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
You just got to like how strong Butler goes when he's inside. Just terrific at figuring out ways to get to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Butler. And so Butler nails both of them.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Curry kicks to Thompson. Teague against Curry. Back to Thompson. Feeds it to Cousins. They could use a bucket. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Warriors lead by 8.
Too big and too strong. DeMarcus Cousins, an impossible cover right now on the inside.
Wiggins against Durant. Stolen by Thompson. High post Cousins. Shoots over Towns and misses it off the right side of the rim. Timberwolves trail by 8. Left side, Butler. And he drops it in from the low post. Butler's got 10 points here in the second half.
And Butler has really bulked up since coming into the league. You see his strength on tough shots with the contact.
Here's Curry, and the layup's good off the glass.
Efficiency has been the hallmark right now down the stretch. He is making the most of his opportunities.
Minnesota's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Teague kicks to Towns. Towns is doubled. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so it's Golden State with it. Warriors leading by 8. Now Curry. Here's Durant. Andrew Wiggins pulls it in. Teague against Curry. Teague the pass to Wiggins. Great D that time from Green. Golden State's gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. The feed to Durant. Outside for Curry. Back to Durant. Over Wiggins. Wiggins with some nice D.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot.
Outside, Green. Curry on the wing. Butler against Thompson. Clock at 4 over Butler. And he can't bank that one in. Wiggins against Durant. The shake. And Wiggins with the layup.
And there's one thing that's never been in question about Wiggins, his ability to be a high-volume scorer. And in case you needed a reminder, he's giving you one tonight.
And that one's good. Durant.
Full speed ahead. I mean, they have been in control since the opening tip, and that may have sealed the deal.
I can imagine a lot of things right now, but a comeback, that's not one of them.
Minnesota calls timeout. They're trailing by 8. There's 47 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Steph Curry.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. There's 47 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. A nice shot by Teague.
And that shot was clutch. What an awesome take by Jeff Teague.
And they go to the intentional foul. .43 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Pass to Cousins. And they double up Cousins. It's Curry with the drive. It's good. Curry's got 31.
Nice job by Steph, just getting clever around the hoop and finding a way to get that one to the rim.
And the Timberwolves call time. They're down by 8. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. On defense, the Warriors. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And it's Towns on the follow. Towns has got 38 points.
Yeah, he plays with a bit of a sixth sense around the offensive glass. Perfect position for the easy tip-in.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
You think about with everything that's going on in Klay Thompson's career and the surrounding talent that he's had with him, he still goes out and takes care of his business as a defensive stopper and takes tremendous pride in what he can do offensively.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Towns finds Gibson. Durant with the steal. Pass to Curry. So we see the Warriors get the win here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Steph, you guys were down. How did you get back, and what did you do to spark your team?
I don't know, just be aggressive. That's all we do. Shots are going to fall as long as we got defensive stops and kept ourselves in the game. That we have enough talent on this team to turn the tide. So it says a lot about who we are and what our mission is this year.
Great win, Steph. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. So long, everyone.